Chapter 2. Nationalism in India. India became independent on 15th August, 1947. Some interesting facts. At the time when India became free, Britain's Prime Minister was Clement Attlee. Subhash Chandra Bose gave the slogan, "Give me blood, I will give you freedom," and "Dilli Chalo." Bal Gangadhar Tilak gave the slogan, "Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it." Ram Prasad Bismil gave the slogan, "सरफरोशी की तमन्ना अब हमारे दिल में है, देखना है जोर कितना बाजू ए कातिल में है." Bhagat Singh gave the slogan, "Inqilab Zindabad." Nationalism in India. Meaning. Nationalism refers to the feeling of oneness and common consciousness that emerges when people living in a common territory share the same historical, political and cultural backgrounds. People may be speaking different languages, as in case of India, but the love for their nation keeps them together. Factors that led to the rise of nationalism. In Europe, associated with the formation of nation-states. In colonies like India, Vietnam. Connected to the anti-colonial movement. The First World War, Khilafat and non-cooperation, effects of First World War on India and post-war condition. Creation of a new economic and political situation. Huge increase in defense expenditure financed by war loans and increase in the taxes. Custom duties were raised, income tax was introduced. Forced recruitment for British Army. Shortage of food due to crop failure. Influenza epidemic, famine which resulted in the death of millions of people. The idea of Satyagraha. Meaning, it was a new mode of struggle based on truth and non-violence. Key features of Satyagraha. If the cause was true and the struggle was against injustice, then physical force is not necessary to fight the oppressor. Satyagrahi can win the battle through non-violence without seeking revenge or being aggressive. By appealing to the conscience, inner voice, of the oppressor, she can be persuaded to see the truth and end injustice. Gandhiji's early experiments in Satyagraha 1917, Champaran, Bihar, for indigo peasants against oppressive plantation system. 1917, Kheda, Gujarat, to support peasants for relaxation in revenue collection. 1918, Ahmedabad, Gujarat, to support cotton mill workers. Rowlatt Act provision, allowed detention of political prisoners without trial for 2 years. Why unfair? An attack on civil liberties of Indians. It was passed despite the opposition of Indian members. Aim, to repress political activities in India. Consequences, an all-India Hartal was planned by Mahatma Gandhi on 6 April 1919 against this unjust law. Rallies were organized in various cities. Workers went on strike in railway workshops. Shops were closed down. Local leaders were picked up from Amritsar. Attacks on banks, post offices and railways. Jallianwala Bagh incident main events took place on the 13th of April 1919 in the city of Amritsar, Punjab. A large crowd, mainly villagers, had gathered in the enclosed ground of Jallianwala Bagh to protest against the repressive measures of British government, like Rowlatt Act. Being from outside the city, villagers were unaware that the meeting was illegal as martial law had been imposed. General Dyer entered the area, blocked the exit points, opened fire on the crowd, killed hundreds of people. Impact of Jallianwala Bagh. Crowds took over to the streets in many North Indian towns. There were strikes, clashes with the police, attacks on government buildings. British government became more brutal, people were humiliated and terrorized. Satyagrahis were forced to rub their nose on the ground, crawl on the streets, do salam, salute, to all sahibs, British. People were flogged, villages around Gujranwala Punjab were bombed. Seeing violence spread, Mahatma Gandhi called off the Rowlatt Satyagraha movement. Khilafat issue. The word Khilafat comes from Khalifa, who was the ruler of Ottoman Turkey as well as considered as the spiritual head of Islamic world. In the First World War, Turkey was a part of defeated Central Powers. There were rumors that a harsh peace treaty was going to be imposed on the Ottoman Emperor. So, to defend Khalifa's position, a Khilafat committee was formed in Bombay in March 1919 by Ali brothers. Why did Mahatma Gandhi took up Khilafat issue? 1. After the failure of Rowlatt Satyagraha, Mahatma Gandhi wanted to launch an all-India movement with broader base. He was certain that no all-India movement could be organized without bringing Hindus and Muslims closer together, so he took up the Khilafat issue. Non-Cooperation Movement, NCM, January 1921, February 1922. Why non-cooperation? British rule established in India with the cooperation of Indians. If Indians refuses to cooperate, it would collapse within a year. Stages of the movement. Surrender of titles. Boycott of civil services, army, police, courts. A full civil disobedience campaign. Sessions of the Congress to start NCM. September 1920 to convince other leaders, Calcutta. December 1920, Nagpur, to adopt it. Various social groups that participated. In the towns, middle class. In the countryside, peasants and tribes. In plantations, workers. Twin aims of the movement. To attain Swaraj. To support Khilafat issue to unite Hindus and Muslims. End of the movement. In February 1922, the movement was withdrawn by Gandhiji due to Chauri Chaura incident. Differing strands within the movement. Various social groups participated in the non-cooperation movement, but each with its own specific aspiration, demand. The term, Swaraj, meant different thing to different people. Each social group participating in the movement imagined Swaraj as a time when all their sufferings and troubles would be over. Towards civil disobedience events after the end of non-cooperation movement, NCM, till the launch of civil disobedience movement. February 1922 withdrawal of NCM by Gandhiji. Conflict within the Congress over the question of participating in council elections. Formation of Swaraj Party by C.R. Das and Motilal Nehru to fight council elections against the Congress principle of boycott, January 1923. Fall in agricultural prices and total collapse due to effect of worldwide economic depression. Total turmoil in countryside by 1930. Constitution of Simon Commission in 1927 to look into the functioning of the constitutional system in India and suggest changes. 1928, arrival of Simon Commission in India, protests and demonstrations started. 1929, offering of Dominion status by Lord Irwin. Rise of radical leaders within Congress like Jawaharlal Nehru and Subhash Chandra Bose who demanded Purn Swaraj in Lahore session of the Congress 1929. Round Table Conferences. These were a series of 3 peace conferences organized by the British government to discuss constitutional reforms in India. Round Table Conferences, 1st, November 1930, January 1931. 2nd, September 1931, December 1931. 3rd, November-December 1932. Indian National Congress attended the 2nd Round Table Conference only. The Salt March and the Civil Disobedience Movement, 1930. Background. January 1930, Mahatma Gandhi presented 11 demands before Lord Irwin. These demands were related to different classes, from industrialists to peasants. Most important demand, abolition of salt tax. Lord Irwin was not willing to negotiate. Beginning of Salt March on the 12th of March 1930. 6 April 1930, breaking of salt law by manufacturing salt by boiling seawater. This marked the beginning of civil disobedience movement. Civil disobedience movement the 6th of April 1930, March 1931, suspended due to Gandhi-Irwin Pact, relaunched in 1932, ended by 1934. Main events. Breaking of salt law in different parts of the country. Boycott of foreign goods. Picketing of liquor shops. Violation of forest laws. Reaction of the British government. Arresting of Congress leaders one by one. Policy of brutal repression. Peaceful satyagrahis were attacked. Women and children were beaten. Around 100,000 arrests. Participants of the movement. Rich peasants, against high revenue. Poor peasants, against high rent and high revenue. Business classes, against colonial business policies. Women, moved by Gandhiji's call. Workers in some places. How was it different from non-cooperation? In NCM aim was, Swaraj, this time, Pauna Swaraj. In NCM breaking of laws was not involved, this time breaking of laws. The sense of collective belonging. Factors that developed the sense of collective belonging and united all Indians. Figure or image of Bharat Mata first created by Bankim Chandra. This image helped people in identifying the nation. Folklore. Nationalists began gathering and recording folktales as they presented our true culture and helped discover one's national identity and restore a sense of pride in the past. Icon and symbols. Tricolor flag, red, yellow, green, first developed during Swadeshi movement, 1921, in Bengal which had 8 lotuses. By 1921 Gandhiji had designed the Swaraj flag, red, green, white. Carrying the flag became a symbol of defiance. Reinterpretation of history. Many Indians began looking into the past to discover India's great achievements and urged Indians to take pride in India's past and struggle against the British. Song like Vande Mataram, in 1870 Bankim Chandra wrote Vande Mataram as a hymn to the motherland and it was widely sung during the Swadeshi movement.